Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Wave 2 Part 2. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another A&R review. Today we are looking at Wave 2 Part 2 of the Age of Apocalypse. Now today we're looking at Marvel's Shadowcat, Sabertooth, Magneto, and of course the Bath piece Colossus. In terms of box art, well, David Nakayama actually killed it. He did a great job, and you can actually check out more details of the entire box in our Part 1 video. Up first is the Marvel's Shadowcat. Now before I get into this video, be cool, click on that subscribe button, leave a comment. You have a chance to win a prize every month, and you'll show us some love. Well, she looks great in the package, but we're gonna open her up. And here she is out of the package, Shadowcat. Now, quick backstory on her. During the sweep of Chicago, Sabertooth was looking for, mutants and, armies for Apocalypse. He ended up capturing her, but Colossus saved her. She became one of the baddest ghost assassins they ever had. So we'll do a quick articulation on her and talk about the aesthetics and her accessories. So we'll start off with the head right here. It is actually a nice sculpted hair and head here. New head altogether here. She does sit on a dumbbell joint here, so you do get a lot of range and movements up and down. In terms of her shoulder and her arm, well, the arms actually is pinless, so that is pretty cool. In terms of the elbow, it is single jointed, but you do get really good range, almost to the degree of a double jointed. So to me, this is pretty good. For a female figure, it's really good. For the rest of the body, you do have upper torso swivel. You don't have any waist swivel, but you have a thigh cut and you have double knee, which is, more than enough you need for this character, I believe. And lastly, the ankle area, you do have good articulation of the ankles up and down. It's slight upgrade from the traditional female figures we get. Aesthetically, the paint is great. I love the details, especially by the wrist area here. By the way, the wrist swivels and has a hinge on it. I love the gauntlet here. The silver that she has painted on her, it's not like a dull gray. It's an actual metallic silver. So it looks really like a metal piece, I love that little detail that they put in there. They could have just went cheaply with the gray paint, but they actually gave us that metallic look. Now for the head sculpt, the hair is great. The face, it's new, but I just don't like the teeth, the upper teeth shine. It's like an overbite or something. We had that issue with Jean Grey in the Love Triangle 3-pack. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe you are. Let us know in the comment section. But maybe have another head, a smiling closed mouth or something. A different look would have been nice. But yeah, we're kind of stuck with this. So that's the downside. Accessory-wise, we get two closed fists. Now they're painted on, so they look like they're actual gloves on there. And with the other hands I mentioned, there's actually texturing on the wrist area. So it does look like a glove and not a simple paint job. The other accessories she has are these right here, these claw hands. Now, they kind of remind me of Colossus with this metallic kind of look. What's surprising to me is she got more accessories than Cyclops did. I mean, would have been hard to add a couple of accessories to Cyclops. Maybe, a hand that pulls up to his visor or something. Would have been nice. But, hey, we're talking about her, and I think having these couple of accessories with the way she looks, pretty decent Shadowcat. Up next, we have Sabertooth. This ferocious beast needs to be opened up. And here is that ferocious beast out of the package. This is Sabertooth, all new Sabertooth, not the uncanny one we got a while back. This is on a different body altogether. So a quick backstory on this guy in the Age of Apocalypse. He's actually Apocalypse's one of his henchmen, his 4 horsemen. And his job is to go around collecting, mutants or building his Apocalypse's army for him. But later on in the story, he actually switches sides and fights with the X-Men. So Apocalypse is actually sitting on the Colossus body that we got, not the 2-pack with Juggernaut, but the one before that. So it seems the torso is the same, There's some changes. The arms, obviously, and the legs, the boot area, are different. But the middle part is mainly Colossus. And you know what? This is a lot bulkier than the one we got with the uncanny look. So I'm actually a fan of this size. I think this is great. So we'll do a quick articulation, and then we'll talk about the aesthetics and the accessories that he comes with. So the head is actually on a ball hinge. You can get good range here. The shoulders, no butterfly joint, but it can go up like that. It does have bicep swivel, and it is a single jointed elbow. But you get good range. I mean, he's got huge muscles there. How much range are you going to get with a double jointed elbow anyways? In terms of the wrist, it does swivel. It is on a hinge here. The upper torso, it does have an ab crunch like that. No swivel. The waist does have a swivel. He has a thigh cut, and he has double knees. The boot area here, ankle up and down. So you've got, a decent amount of range here with articulation. Aesthetic-wise, I actually love the face, the little smirk. That's so cool. What I'm not a fan is the laziness of the gauntlet being just a bland gray. We just talked about Shadowcat, how she's got this nice metallic finish to her. They kind of cheaped out on the finish of him. Well, the wrist looks different than the actual gauntlet. This is gray, cheap gray, plastic gray, but that's a metallic finish. So that's really weird right there. They kind of clash. He does have hair on his shoulders or his arms, which is nice. Get that little, the masculine look to him. Gloves look pretty cool. The boots are all new. I don't recognize these boots from another character, but, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. What is cool is you get another head sculpt. You get ponytails, 2 ponytails, and you get additional fists. So you get quite a bit, which is pretty shocking because this guy's already big as it is. And then they throw in a bunch of accessories here. Let's put the ponytail on him and see how he looks. Man, straight out of the 80s, late 80s and 90s look right here. Look at that. And here we have Magneto, leader of the X-Men in the AOA universe. Let's open him up. And here's Magneto out of the package. This guy is a total reuse from 2 figures. The Spidey UK body, which a lot of figures are being used from. And then he also has the same boots and stuff from the Magneto that was released in the Apocalypse Bath wave. So quick backstory on this guy. Well, he's actually the leader of the X-Men because Charles, as you know, got killed by his son when his son went back in time. So now he's leading the team of X-Men against Apocalypse. Now we'll go over the articulation quickly, but it's pretty standard stuff if you know the 2 figures that he's sort of mashed up with. He does have long hair all over him, here at the back here, and then he's got the long look here. This is his AOA look. I kind of like this. It's sort of like a seasoned vet, don't give a shit attitude look. I've gone through hell and back. So we'll do a quick walk around on the articulation here. You can't really get much movement on the head because of the hair, like I mentioned. The elbow, there is no butterfly joint inside here. You got bicep swivel, double elbow here. But it's all a lot of restrictions. You've got the padding here, and then you've got his huge glove. So a lot of this articulation is being restricted. In terms of the torso area, you've got the ab crunch, you have waist swivel, you have thigh cut, you have double knee, and then you have up and down ankle with no rocking. The cape, to me, is more slender and downwards instead of protruding out like you see with Thor. So I like that. It's not really sticking out. It's not heavy. The figure is able to stand without having the weight of the cape pushing it down, which I totally love because a lot of figures, Doom and Thor, the weight of the cape actually makes them fall down. Then you also have this sort of a collar area here that kind of holds the cape. It's got a nice look to it here. The purple is really nice and vibrant. I'm digging the purple on him. It's nice. So in terms of accessories, this guy comes with another head here. Not the head that we really want. We wanted that black look where you can't really see him, that sinister look. That the Mafex figure is actually, going to be doing that whenever they release that in 2025 or something. But I would have loved to see that. You do get 2 fists right here, so that's nice. And then you get whatever this is. I mean, your standard effects that you see in Hasbro all the time. Yeah, I know, I get it. They're trying to make it look like it's sort of like his power's about to come out of his hands, but for once, it would have been nice to get something different, especially with this wave and this different universe. Throw us something else. It would have been cool. All right, in front of me here, you have the bath from this wave, which is Colossus. And I'm excited to put this guy together because he's one of my favorite X-Men. Keeps moving around.
Does that help?
No. Jeez. Ah, it's so annoying. And the hole is so tiny. Are you serious? What the hell? Why is it so difficult to put this head on? Come on, baby. There we go. Woo! Oh, man. Putting this guy together, the head is just so annoying to put on. It just wants to keep moving around. And how cool is this? You got a little bandana. Oh, man. Total 90s. Everybody had a bandana. Even your teacher. And here is Colossus all finally put together. This is your bath right here for Wave 2 of AOA. So backstory on how Colossus got involved in this whole thing was his brother Mikhail was captured by Apocalypse and forced into one of the Four Horsemen. Now, Colossus, tried his best, fought his brother in combat, his brainwashed brother in combat. But you know what? His brother was just powerful and destroyed all of Russia, which forced Colossus to join the X-Men in order for him to fight with a team that actually can oppose Apocalypse and his horsemen. So we'll do a quick articulation walk around on this guy here. You've got his head that's on a hinge. Up and down, you get good rotation. You don't get too much on the back here. I mean, that's pretty good range right there. That's good enough. And then the elbows and the shoulders, you've got no butterfly joint, but you have bicep swivel and good range of the hand here. And then you have double jointed arm, but a lot of it's being, stopped because of this bulging biceps that he has. And then you have the wrist on a hinge and it can swivel. In terms of the torso area, well, you've got ab crunch and then you have waist swivel. Beautiful waist swivel, really, really nice. I like that. And then you have thigh cut here. And then you have double knee. And then here for ankle, up and down. A lot of the stuff that he's wearing, the padding and stuff, doesn't seem to restrict him too much for moving around. It's more of the muscles on his leg and his arms that's stopping him from getting too, really good flexibility. But I mean, this is one big boy right here. This is an overpowering beef right here. Grade A beef. Aesthetically, this guy, now it's not painted on the metal parts, which some people would prefer. I would prefer it. Actually, I do love me some nice glossy paints. But others would say that, they're happy with this look because they're afraid of paint rub. To me, this is sort of in the middle here. It's not that gray that, you saw with Sabertooth Gauntlet. It's sort of in the middle between that paint and the non-cheap gray look, that, plastic look. The detail sculpting here kind of takes, away from that boring paint and gives it sort of in the middle ground. I'm okay with this. I do prefer that paint. That's just my thing. That's my jam. You might like it the way it is. I mean, I'm not complaining here. Don't get me wrong. This is a badass figure. Is it better than the Colossus that I have in terms of paint? Yeah, no. Accessory-wise, well, he just comes with giant fists, right? And the head, it's got this angry look, almost like Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. The bandana look. I would have loved to see an additional head. It would have been nice to see it because, he also has a nice smile to him too once in a while. Maybe like a sinister smile. That would have been nice. But, you have the bandana in the back as well right here that attaches. So that's pretty cool. And you got a lot of things going on here. A lot of belt and straps here. It really gives him that different look from the AOA versus what he's used to looking like in the Uncanny X-Men. So in terms of height, Magneto stands at 6.5 inches. Colossus stands at a whopping 8 inches. Sabertooth stands at 7.5. And then you have Shadowcat standing at 6 inches. So just a quick reference, as I was talking, that Colossus is one of my favorite X-Men. And here is comparison of the 2-pack Colossus with Juggernaut to the bath that we just got here. This guy is obviously bigger and bulkier, which is so cool. I don't know. I love this silverish paint. I'm a fan of the darker, paint, but To me, this is the color I would love to have my Colossus in. Well, here they are. Wave 2 of the AOA line. I gotta admit, when Wave 2 hit, I sat up and took notice. Because when Wave 1 hit, I just let it go by and picked up most of them on clearance. But this wave is special. It's got beautiful colors, great sculpting, a lot of, there is some reuse, obviously. But, I mean, you look at the BAF Colossus and you look at Sabertooth. These guys are just awesome, big, beautiful figures that you want in your collection. I don't care if you're a fan of it or not. I honestly think this is a killer wave. If you're an X-Men fan or you're a fan of Marvel and you want something unique and different from an alternative universe, this is the wave to get. If you're wondering what Wave 1 and 2 looks, plus the Deluxe Apocalypse, well, here they are. This looks freaking awesome. If you're a fan of Age of Apocalypse, how can you not want to get the entire collection? They're all right here. They look beautiful. And, I actually loved doing this video. If you loved our video, please do us a favor and click on that subscribe button and leave a comment. Just by doing that, you're also going to be entered in a draw every month to win cool prizes from us. I mean, it's just that simple. So go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up or thumbs down. Are you going to be picking this wave up or not? As always, thanks for watching the video. Take care.